Barcelona set up in a 4-2-3-1. We had Joan Garcia in goal, Jules Koundé, Kobarsi, Gerard Martin, Alejandro Balde. And then it was the midfield that was a little tricky because Pedri is out injured and Frankie de Jong was suspended. So we had Eric Garcia and Dani Olmo in the double pivot. And then in the front three, we had Raphinha, Fermin Lopez, and Lamine Yamal, and Lewandowski was the striker. Copenhagen, they set up in a 4-4-2. Barcelona start their build-up with a back three, and Copenhagen is in a 5-3-2. So they pass the ball to Eric Garcia, the pivot, but the ball is intercepted. And so what happens here is that the way Barcelona has set up this back three, it is very hard for them to set up an offside trap. And because of that, what happens is that there's a through ball and Copenhagen gets through in early on. As FC Barcelona start their comeback, they have this rest defense in a 3-2, and Dani Olmo is looking to pass the ball to Fermin Lopez, who's in this gap here where you see the circle. And so once the ball gets in there, the Copenhagen defender leaves his spot. There's a gap created for Eric Garcia, you see over here. Fermin gets the ball to Eric Garcia and he takes that deflected shot. In this play, Eric Garcia has the ball. He turns left to pass to Balde. That creates a gap in the middle and Eric Garcia spots it, turns back and moves forward and takes that quick shot, and it hits the goalpost. This one is a very good example of Hansi Flick vertical ball. Dani Olmo has dropped in the double pivot and he spots Yamal's run. Copenhagen is in a mid block. He threads a through pass, which is very accurate, and Yamal is on his way, flying towards the goal, and as soon as he gets close to the goalkeeper, he passes it to Lewandowski, who puts it in the back of the net. Copenhagen got a chance in the 58th minute, but this time Barcelona were successful in setting up the offside trap, and Joan Garcia also made a brilliant save, but this was ruled offside.
Can I ask you about the defensive high line? A lot of people watch on and say, oh, that looks a little bit risky. What does the manager ask you guys to do? How does he ask you to defend? And as a player, do you ever think, oh, this is a bit risky?
I think for the front guys, we have to put as much pressure on the ball as possible, because the problem is when players have time on the ball to pick the passes and to see what our back line is doing. And if they do have time, then the back line has to adjust, and this is football. But you know, is our way of play is you know, and it brings an intensity to the game, and I think when we play at this intensity is difficult for teams to match us. So no, for me takes a little bit of learning to get used to, because you can't let them rest on the ball. Yeah, you have to. Whoever is closest to the ball always has to put pressure. So is a little bit different than I have done before, but no, this is the style of defence that we play, and when it works is really good.
Top quality play by Barcelona. Alejandro Balde starts the play, links up in a triangle with Raphinha and Lewandowski. Then Balde continues his run towards the center where there's a gap, and he finds Fermin Lopez, who links with Lamine Yamal, and there's a huge gap, and then there's this overlap run by Koundé, and this creates space for Yamal to dribble inwards and then take that shot. It's a deflected shot and it ends up in goal. Brilliant. We have this free kick for Barcelona. Rashford takes it. There's one less player in the Copenhagen wall, and so there's a gap between the wall and the goalkeeper, so there was an error in setting this up. And Rashford sees that gap. He just hits it straight left corner.
I always want to win every game, but I know that is maybe not possible. But I'm with the data, as you know. I'm not a friend of that. Sometimes I use it, but not always. Yes, of course. No, it's he also has to adapt, because now the opponents always have 1-2 players, sometimes also 3 players, but he's doing really good. And today, especially the first goal, his speed was amazing. He attacked the deep and get the last pass, and was important. Also, again, that we came back. Not only in the offense, he also, I think, improved a lot also in the defense. You saw also, I remember one situation when he runs back and get the ball, receive the ball, and we are in the game. It was very important, because normally they can go straight to the goal, and he was there. And this is, I think, also a part of the game, also for Lamine, and he did it really good. So I'm really happy. How he improved, and of course he has a fantastic quality. It's unbelievable. Also, you can see it. Also today, 1 against 1 situation, every duel. He's amazing. He keep the ball, and for us, important, very important.
Sam Miles in ESPN. Marcus obviously didn't play at the weekend. Marcus Rashford has come on today and scored a free kick. Obviously, since Raphinha's come back, it's been harder for him to get minutes. You've spoken before about him perhaps needing to improve off the ball. How's he doing in that sense, and what can he do to sort of become a starter in this Barca team in the key games this season?
No, for me, it's very important. So we need everyone. So when you also see other teams, they have a lot of quality also on the bench. So we have, and for me, he made a really good job. He had some problems in the last game. So after Braga, and this is why he didn't play in the last game at home. But today he was ready, and you saw it on the pitch when he's there with his speed, also with his control, but also with his finishing. It's amazing to have him.
That's one Hansi. Hola, Hansi. Aquí.
You mean Champions League? No, we have the confidence that we have the quality, but we also know that we have to improve, that we have to make things much better. I think now you have 2 games to go in the next round, and for half, and this is not like you can start like today. So you have to be there, ready, the very first second, and this is what I want to see from the team, and we have to make a lot of things much better.